is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, Nick, bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong. The man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago.
Diddy had a court hearing or a court appearance, and a lot of the headlines were, because you know there's no cameras in there, but the journalists that were in there said that when Diddy came out, that he was drastically showing weight loss and drastically looking a lot more gray and tired. I wanted to see if you had any thoughts on that, on his appearance, and if you had any thoughts on the court hearing itself.
Well, the weight loss, okay, yeah. You don't eat like you eat. He ain't drinking like he been drinking. I think it was popping bottles. You know, it's a lot of sugar. He definitely ain't eating like he is. And stressing. They don't sell Dark and Lovely in there, y'all. Niggas can't get this shit Dark and Lovely.
Diddy's time behind bars has taken a shocking and unexpected twist. Recent reports suggest that a prison doctor has allegedly confirmed Diddy may have contracted a serious illness during his time in jail. The revelation has left people stunned. From his extravagant lifestyle to enduring the harsh realities of prison, it seems Diddy's circumstances have drastically shifted. So, what's really happening behind those prison walls? And how did it get to this point? According to some sources, Diddy's drastic weight loss isn't just due to poor prison food or skip meals. Rumors claim he's battling a severe STD while incarcerated. We've all heard stories about Diddy's controversial lifestyle, how it wasn't just about women but allegedly included male escorts and secretive activities. Word on the street is that he's kept the same energy behind bars. Apparently, Diddy has a group of male admirers in jail who are so loyal they even take care of chores like making his bed. But that's not the most shocking part. Rumors suggest that Diddy's relationship with these men goes far beyond simple favors, and given the lack of proper protection in prison, it has sparked concerns about health risks. This brings us to the explosive allegations that Diddy may have contracted a serious disease during his time in jail. Adding fuel to the fire, Jaguar Wright has stepped in with her signature unfiltered style, confirming the rumors in a recent interview. She claimed Diddy has allegedly been battling HIV, and even said she could name at least 20 other men facing similar situations. While she hinted that this issue is much bigger than just Diddy, she's holding back the details for her upcoming show. Let's rewind for a moment. Diddy was arrested on September 16, 2024, facing serious charges, including sexual assault by force, fraud, coercion, conspiracy, and illegal transportation. These allegations have undoubtedly turned his world upside down.
Thinner, which you can expect to be inside a federal detention center for a couple months now. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well too, but again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing. To now, he appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect to be inside a federal detention center for a couple months now. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well too, but again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing.
John Diddy Combs' investigation. New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week. Our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Kotursky, is at the scene of his arrest. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Robin. This is the hotel where Sean Combs was arrested a week ago. You can now see how that arrest went down. This morning, watch how federal agents took Sean Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs. His lawyer said Combs had come to New York 2 weeks earlier with the intention of turning himself in. He did not expect the agents to be waiting at his hotel.
That day, Jaguar Wright has been relentlessly speaking out against Diddy. In October, during an interview with Piers Morgan, she didn't hold back. Jaguar went all in, calling Diddy one of the most dangerous people she's ever encountered.
How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person? I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met. A lot of people have been questioning, well, she doesn't really know him. She has no knowledge of him. She doesn't have a picture with him. I'm smarter than Claudia Jordan. I would never take a picture with the devil.
Just how dangerous is Diddy? According to Jaguar Wright, he's as dangerous as they come. She didn't mince words during her interview, outright labeling him the devil. Jaguar went on to claim that Diddy's entire career was carefully crafted by powerful industry figures to manipulate culture and maintain control over the music industry. She painted him as a puppet for their agenda, a sinister figure serving their interests. Jaguar also revealed that she's been sounding the alarm about Diddy and Jay-Z for years, calling them monsters whose actions were conveniently overlooked until now. But the drama doesn't stop there. Recent reports suggest that Diddy is outright refusing to leave his cell at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, adding another layer to the chaos surrounding his time behind bars.
Diddy ringing in the new year with a jailhouse meltdown, at least according to some new reports. All this comes as the disgraced singer spends his first holiday season behind bars, and a judge rules one of his accusers can remain anonymous. By now you're well aware that 55-year-old Sean Combs, also known as P. Diddy, is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. He's facing federal charges of conspiracy by force and transportation to engage in prostitution.
I want to speak about this now because I've witnessed everything.
I think Sean Combs can get away with anything.
I went to a lot of puffy parties. These were the parties that you needed exclusive access to get into.
He thought that if people fear him, they respect him.
Honestly, I didn't want to be around him unless there was cameras.
Nobody's shooting me. Nobody's shooting me. Nobody's shooting me.
When Puff was around, it was like, uh-oh, get it together or this could be over.
You got me acting crazy in front of all these people.
Something is not right with this.
Diddy's refusal to leave his cell is causing chaos in multiple legal proceedings, including the numerous sexual assault lawsuits he's facing. In fact, Tony Busby's assistant revealed in a letter that Diddy's lack of cooperation is delaying everything, from serving legal papers to managing and scheduling these cases. The letter even mentioned that they're trying to reschedule a conference because Diddy flat out refuses to leave his cell to accept service. So, why is he doing this? Some speculate it could be related to his rumored health issues. If the allegations about HIV are true, Diddy might be dealing with the physical effects of the disease and doesn't want to appear in public right now, which would make sense. But there's another possibility: paranoia. Sources claim Diddy's paranoia is at an all-time high. Rumors suggest he's so afraid of being poisoned that he's even refusing to eat some of his meals.
Now, other advice I would tell him, maybe he should get on the Jewish diet. Because the kosher meals is way better than the food somebody else is making for you. At least they're going to come hot, they're going to come sealed, and you got to be the one to open them. That's very important.
Honestly, considering all the allegations surrounding Diddy, like claims of him allegedly poisoning others to cause pneumonia-like symptoms, it's not hard to see why he might be paranoid about someone turning the tables on him. And it's not as far-fetched as it sounds. Former inmates, like Larry Levine, have weighed in, saying that Diddy's fear of being poisoned isn't entirely unreasonable, adding to the drama. Diddy reportedly went as far as demanding his own personal nutritionist while in jail.
Diddy's eating.
Well, I got an inside source there at MDC, and if they knew who it was, they'd really plot. When people go into custody, they have anxiety, they're depressed, a lot of things go through their mind, and one of the things they do is they stop eating. Look what happened to Jeff Epstein. I got people every day saying, you think they're going to Epstein him? And I go, well, I really don't know. Imagine if someone paid someone off on the inside to actually poison his food, give him a heart attack, and he dies. And no one would really think anything of it. So that may be one of the reasons he's not eating. There's a possibility that he wants to go on a kosher diet. It's prepared a little bit differently. It's a religious diet.
Diddy reportedly wanted a personal nutritionist to help him get back in shape after the toll of prison life started to show. However, the prison system quickly shut that idea down. But here's where things take an even more intriguing turn. Diddy has been refusing to leave his cell, leaving people wondering if there's a bigger plan at play. Is he trying to avoid the public eye because of the alleged physical effects of his health issues? Or could this be a stalling tactic to delay more lawsuits? Some speculate it's his way of keeping the legal system at bay. As always, the internet has weighed in. One person bluntly said,
meditation technique he's been using while he's been behind bars. It took him a few hours of deep breathing and focusing to get out of the bad space he was in, but he finally managed it. This isn't the first time Diddy's mental health has come into question while he's been at NBC. When he first arrived, he was on suicide watch, which the U.S. Department of Justice National Institute of Corrections describes as supervisory precautions taken for suicidal inmates that require frequent observation. Diddy's suicide watch was only temporary, though. He was housed in a special protective unit of the jail after that for the first few weeks of his stay. But Diddy right now is in Gen Pop, meaning general population, the place where majority of the inmates stay. And that's where he apparently had this meltdown.
Don't let him die. I want to see him in court to face his dirty actions. Others believe it's only natural that Diddy's current circumstances are catching up with him. From being at the top of the world to crying in his cell, Diddy's fall from grace has been massive. With mounting legal troubles and the knowledge that some powerful enemies may be after him, it's not surprising that he's feeling the weight of his situation. But even with everything going on, Diddy still hasn't completely changed. The drama at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center feels like it's straight out of a reality TV show. Apparently, Diddy is upset because Luigi Mangone is stealing the spotlight behind bars.
To Cardell Smith's filing. His notice says that Jennifer Lynn Lopez, aka J-Lo, aka Jenny from the Block, quote, will be called as a material witness and expert to Sean Combs' viewing, possession, and distribution of his sexual assault upon the plaintiff in 1997, and the orders of defendant Sean Combs forcing Jennifer Lopez to remain silent about the videotaped sexual assault of plaintiff by defendant. Plaintiff states that the material witness Jennifer Lynn Lopez, also known as J-Lo and Jenny from the Block, was engaged in a relationship with the defendant Sean Combs during 1999 and 2001, and that the sexual assault of the plaintiff was recorded, distributed, and held by the defendant at his New York residence and recording studio. And during the relationship with Jennifer Lopez, she was made privy to this video that was taken by Sean Combs and his employee Kirk Burrows. She, J-Lo, has known this video existed and was in existence and took no action to make it known to anyone in law enforcement, and that she was even questioned by New York Police Detective Derek Palmer about this matter, and that the report will show that her answers to this tape was and still remains a resounding yes to its existence. And again, Cardell Smith writes that he wants to call Officer Derek Palmer as a witness because he says Palmer is the one who questioned Lopez and believes that he will have testimony that could help his case. Now, as I mentioned, Diddy's legal team has called for this entire case to be thrown out. Cardell Smith has filed a massive response to that request that totaled more than 200 pages. Probably half of it was just straight up copies of case law that seems to support his arguments, word for word. It's something out of like a legal textbook. There's so much to slog through, but I kind of want to give you some of the highlights. So first, in addition to the claims of rape and a cover-up, Cardell Smith also claims and alleges that Combs was violent towards his loved ones. At times, Cardell Smith addresses alleged threats against his family. Other times, he says Combs actually caused serious injuries to his brother. His response reads, defendant used threats of murder to force the plaintiff to not bring the case to any court of law enforcement until the homes of the defendant were raided by Homeland Security, that the plaintiff knew it was a safe time to bring the case, and that is why we are here at this juncture. And Cardell Smith argued that fear for his own safety and the safety of his family is one of the main reasons that he waited so long to report the alleged rape, and says that that reason alone should override any issue with the statute of limitations, that these claims might be otherwise be time-barred.
Inmates have been showing Mangone a lot of love, and Diddy, who's used to being the center of attention, isn't handling it well. According to sources, Diddy's been throwing tantrums because Luigi is being treated like a folk hero. One insider even said, Diddy's ego is still larger than life, but his spokesperson has denied these claims, calling the jealousy rumors false. Interestingly, Luigi Mangone is in solitary confinement, meaning he and Diddy haven't even interacted. Still, inmates are obsessed with Mangone's story, his struggles with back pain, criticisms of the healthcare system, and his boldness for going after the CEO. These topics resonate with the prison population, especially considering the jail's reputation for inadequate healthcare. Luigi is reportedly overwhelmed by the support and attention, with people calling him a hero and even romanticizing him. Meanwhile, Diddy remains in general population, feeling like his star power isn't enough to impress the inmates. For someone who's always been larger than life, This must be a humbling experience. Let's not forget that Brooklyn's Mech is no stranger to controversial figures. It's the same facility where Jeffrey Epstein died, and where Sam Bankman-Fried is currently locked up. Diddy is now navigating a mix of competition for attention, legal battles, and the harsh reality that prison doesn't care about fame or fortune. So, what's your take? Are Diddy's paranoia and behavior linked to his alleged health struggles? Or is he just trying to avoid facing the consequences of his actions? Could Jaguar rights claims actually hold some truth? Or is this just another wild rumor? Share your thoughts below.